And I'm going to check to see on Facebook's, on my page, is it running? And it is running. See, look, it's running. There you go. All right. Suzette Tejeda is coming in
on
from
Easter Eve.
Easter Eve. It's called Good Friday, Black Saturday, and then
It's really called Black Saturday.
Yeah, it is. Sydney Piper, hello,
Sydney Piper.
welcome, everybody. Cheers. We are just getting ready. Let's see who else is coming on with us.
Happy early Easter.
Happy early Easter, everybody.
Yes.
Hello, how is everything in Shreveport?
Benton.
They
would call it Benton. You might call it Shreveport.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Benton, Louisiana.
Or Benton.
Benton. Hello. Oh my gosh. Don Keller.
Eli. We have not chatted in too long.
Yes. You guys came back from your whirlwind trip and had to go self-quarantine. So hopefully you are through with all of that. But we love your posts of your dogs and your food, of course.
So as we get started, this drink, I made I don't know what it's called, but I saw it on Facebook. It's pretty good. It's raspberry and lemon. You put it at the very bottom of the drink. And then you put
my jacket.
Some gin. And then you put some raspberry lemonade. And then you put some Topo Chico on top of it. And then you put
this is a peep.
What's it, a peep? So it's just got a couple of raspberries in there.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
So it is our, what's it called? Easter
cocktail.
Easter Eve cocktail.
Anyways, let's get started. My name is Joe Diasana, and
I'm Kerry Josephson.
And together we are the Property Joes.
Yes.
And we've been doing this together every night, 7 p.m. until Corona leaves the planet, or they lift up the stay-at-home orders. We just wanted to make sure that we're connecting with our friends and family and clients and just having a good time. Anyone coming in? Where's the furthest person that's coming in? Oh, there's Mr. Chris Murphy from A Action.
Right now it's Shreveport, Louisiana, I think.
Right now it's Shreveport, which is not that far away.
Peeps.
Let's see who else is coming in.
These are strawberry peeps.
Yes, they're super yummy. Awesome. Let me take a drink. Here, cheers. What are you guys drinking? Who is drinking? What are you guys drinking?
So, who do we have on tonight?
We have a very good friend of ours, Dr. Ed Irigoyen, and he is going to talk about not really deep stuff on the whole Corona, but he's going to give some really helpful tips.
He's going to give the cure.
No, he's not.
He's going to tell us what we do.
No, he's not doing that. He's giving some tips on how to be preventative because there's a lot of information out there, and he wants to be really super direct. And it's stuff that is super easy to do and very practical that you can do with your family, and you can integrate it right into your whole morning regimen and all that stuff. So it'll be some good stuff. Awesome. Ready?
Without further ado,
we'll bring him on. Hold on one second. And we'll bring him on board. There, Dr. Ed.
From Houston, Texas.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Houston, Texas. Cheers. What are you drinking?
Cheers.
Are you not drinking?
Hey, I'm envious. I need a drink also.
Well, first of all, we want to thank you so much for all the work that you do. For those of you on Facebook and Instagram, you want to move Instagram?
Oh, yeah, we need to do that.
Hold on. Let's move Instagram.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
So Instagram can see you, basically.
So Instagram has to come see you. There you go. Let me get back a little bit.
Maybe that works.
Okay, cool. So this Instagram, this is Dr. Ed, and he is an internal. No,
we'll let him tell.
Well, I'll tell you.
Yeah, internal medicine.
Internal medicine.
Yes.
And he has a practice up in the Heights, and he works with Memorial Hermann and all this and that and the other thing. And the other day, I was chatting with Ed, Dr. Ed, and he mentioned some things that he just kind of came to his own personal conclusion about how we can. And I told him, "Oh my God, you got to tell the
The
people.
world.
You got to tell the people."
You gotta
So
tell the world.
go ahead, let's start it out.
Well, I'm just going to give you some advice and things to do. Um, reports from China, they say very simple things to do, make a big difference. One of the things that they were saying was that if you gargle with salt water on a regular basis, that actually reduces the amount of virus that you have in your throat, and it gives your body a chance to fight it off better. So they were advising that you gargle at least twice a day. With salt water.
Dr. Ed, that's like in general too, right? I mean, just
In general, general, with salt water, and it has to be warm salt water because the virus is sensitive to the temperature. So once it gets above 98 degrees, I think it's the magic number. It appears that actually destroys the virus. So I was thinking along those lines. I mean, that's something extremely simple. Anybody can do that. When we do the testing for the coronavirus, we actually go in the nasopharynx. So we go in the nose. We go about 1.5 to 2 inches, depending on your nose. Yeah.
I see him like jamming it up there. It looks like.
Yeah, well, you jam it up until you find resistance, and then you twist, and you send that
Oh my
sample.
gosh.
Yeah. So, and the reason we do that is because that's the place that there's more virus. So,
Right.
So I'm thinking, well, if you're gargling, you're not getting to the most virus. So,
Right.
what can we do to get, physically do something about kind of washing off the virus? So, I was thinking of the neti pot and the sinus rinse that's out there. I have
one of those.
no investment or anything in it, but you put warm water, and you actually have to boil the water if you're using tap water for 4 minutes, and then they give you these little envelopes included with the neti pot or the sinus rinse, and you actually insert it in your nose, and the water goes in and it goes out the other side. It sounds really uncomfortable, but actually you're breathing through your mouth. It's not really that bad.
Really?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not really that bad.
When you're swimming, sometimes it just comes out one end.
So you're rinsing all of that. So I'd say, well, the same principle that they were, would apply, but then you're going down to where most of the initial virus is located, because apparently this is, the information changes from day to day. So this is a very variable, but apparently the incubation period is about 14 days. That's what's believed right now. And most everybody for 4 or 5 takes 4 or 5 days before any clinical evidence of it shows.
Right. Sure.
So you're asymptomatic for 4 or 5 days. Well, that's if you think about it, that could be the time that virus is settling in your nose and in your pharynx. So if you are doing something physically to remove the virus, once you swallow into your stomach, the acid in your stomach kills the virus. It destroys the virus. So, and it actually cannot penetrate your skin. So that's why they say wash your hands constantly, so you don't touch your face and your mouth, and you don't contaminate yourself.
Huh.
So that, I thought, maybe that's something I can recommend. I have no proof that it works, but I just think it makes logical sense. So
Well, to be clear, you're talking about before anybody has a symptom to do that, right?
Yeah, you have to do
Okay,
it.
that's the whole preventative. Yeah.
Actually, once you have symptoms, you can still do it. It actually is good to clear the mucus, and you can still do all that. Those are just things you do to make yourself comfortable. We known for years. There's, the coronavirus is, it's not new. This particular strain is new, but the coronavirus has been around for a long time. And I remember reading many years ago multiple studies, but I remember one in the Lancet for some reason, the British journal, that one of the things that reduce the amount of days that the cold virus would last was actually inhaling hot steam. And they actually said the patient felt better, not only felt better, but it reduced and for some reason, I always recommend if you come in with a cold, go in a shower and just inhale that steam. And I think it's good for you. It's just physically good for you. And of course, this is not a cure. We're not talking about a cure. This is not even close. Okay. This is just some remedies that might help a little bit.
Interesting.
So that's one thing. The other thing is that's been very interesting. They sell those zinc lozenges,
Right.
and that's been approved. It's over the counter. It's about 15 milligrams, and you put it in your mouth, and it actually, they claim that it reduces your cold symptoms for a day or two earlier. So it actually helps. So consuming zinc, for whatever the reason, seems to improve your outcome with a common cold. Now, the coronavirus, even though this is a mutation, is still the same virus. So if you think about it, why not use this as preventative? Actually, internal medicine. I also did wound care for 15 years. I was a wound care director, and we had horrendous wounds. And part of our protocol was to use zinc to help heal the wounds. And we use a high dose. I'm not recommending those dosage because you can get nauseated and stuff like that. But we used to use 220 milligrams of zinc. And if you use it too long, you can actually make somebody anemic because this place is copper, the zinc instead of copper. So, but anyway, I think it's a good idea to take, which is over the counter. You can buy 50 milligrams or 100 milligrams. I take 50 milligrams personally every day, and I'm seeing patients. Of course, I'm covered, I'm protected, so hopefully I won't get the illness. I am telling the patients if they have the symptoms of an upper respiratory infection to get tested before they come over to my office, because I don't want them contaminating my other patients. So we're actually reduced the number of patients that we see because we couldn't handle the regular number of patients. So we put the patients directly in the room. So when they come in, they're not in the waiting area. They're just right in the room. So they're not mingling with anybody. So, and if we have some more than one person, we send them out. We take their phone and you say, you come back when the room is, we call them back and we have them come to the office. So I've tested right now, not that many, actually 7 patients, and they've all been negative. So I've been lucky so far. But a lot of patients come in and they don't tell you they have upper respiratory symptoms, and then you're out of luck because they're coughing and they're spreading the germs. So, so we have a sign in front of the door that says, if you're coughing, just put on a mask. Don't come in without a mask. Mask does more to protect other people than to protect yourself. Unless you're using an N95 mask, okay? That protects yourself. But those regular masks, you're protecting other people around you. That's basically what you're doing. So it's not protecting you that much. So it's an illusion, but everybody is recommending to go ahead and use the mask because we don't want cross transmission at this point. So I recommend using a mask. I have no problem recommending that. So that was and then of course you've all heard, the reports of the hydrochloroquine,
Sure.
and so controversial because in in our everything has to be approved by the FDA, and of course we have a pandemic, and there hasn't been time to study this drug for this particular purpose. But the French reported that the patients did very well with the Plaquenil, which is the commercial name for it. And that drug, by the way, has been around for years and years. It's a fairly benign drug. If you use it for a long term for arthritis type of problem, you got to check your eyes. But if you use it short term, it's usually no problem. It's a malaria drug. It's an basically it decreases inflammation. So I'm actually for using this medication, even though it's not been approved. If you have symptoms, I wouldn't really hesitate. The problem is, if there's a shortage now,
Right.
we're trying to say, okay, don't give it to everybody. But they're coming to my office and they have some symptoms, and I think you have it. I'm going to give it to you.
Hey, Dr. Ed, Dr. Ed, do you think we are going to come out of this with better habits? And the reason I think about this is I've got a person in my networking group who had all the symptoms, and so she went and got tested. And of course, she couldn't get the test back for a couple of days. And so when she did, I mean, she sent everybody outside, left. I mean, she stayed at home and sent her kids with somebody. And whenever she went out, she absolutely had to go out. She wore a mask and was very, very diligent. Come to find out, she just had the flu. She didn't have corona. But she also protected all those people.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if maybe we're going to pick up some better habits, because I don't care what you say. Nobody was washing their hands like they are now.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
That's
true. No, I agree. I think we are going to come out with better habits. Well, the flu that you mentioned, it has been killing people every year for years now. The the 1918 pandemic, so-called the Spanish flu, killed 1 billion people, and it was mostly young people. It killed more young people than old people. It was a little different, but definitely, I think hygiene and wearing a mask, I think those are good ideas, and I think the world is not going to be the same after this is over.
Yeah.
We're gonna be different for sure.
We'll definitely be drinking though.
Yeah, we have to be drinking. That kind of washes the virus down.
Exactly. Okay. So just in summary, make sure you do neti pot, gargle twice a day, do zinc 50 milligrams,
which is delivered via lozenge, right? You buy the lozenge.
No, you can buy tablets. You do tablets of zinc, right, Dr. Ed?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do both. I mean, it's no problem.
And that's all preventative.
Correct.
So that you can get it in the event that you may get it or whatever. You're doing something to prevent it.
And it's still a good idea to keep doing it, what I heard him say also.
Yeah, I think so. I actually have been doing it for years, and I think since I started doing it, I don't catch colds as often, and rarely do I catch a cold now. So I think it has helped me personally, and a lot of the studies are interesting because another issue is that people with high blood pressure do worse. They may have no other comorbidity. If they have high blood pressure, they do worse when they get the COVID-19 infection. And the theory is that the virus attaches to the angiotensin converting enzyme particle of the cell, which, by the way, we use an we use very commonly a antihypertensive agent called ACE inhibitors.
Right.
And so a lot of patients with high blood pressure are on ACE inhibitors. And apparently, because we're blocking the ACE inhibitors, we are there's a disbalance there in the cell, and apparently the coronavirus can multiply easier. So worse outcome when you have hypertension, and we don't know for sure, but one of the theories is this. So it's all very interesting and novel. So I can't tell you for sure, but every day some more information comes about this whole thing.
I was just thinking we should have you back and have you walk us through like your art collection. That'd be fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the picture behind you.
Personal collector.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Well, guys,
we're glad to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Ed. We really enjoyed it.
You're welcome.
Go get you
All right, I'm gonna get myself a drink now.
You go for it.
Thank you for joining us. Ciao. That was awesome.
That was very informative.
Very educated. So anybody, we appreciate you guys coming. Beverly Ryan from Columbia.
She's in Columbia?
Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
She says she has great information. It's good to see
Listening
you.
intently. She's
Beverly.
Uh-huh.
Anyone else?
So,
What did you guys learn? I got to go get a neti pot. Actually, I have one upstairs. I got to get the what you call it, the saline stuff that you put in there, whatever the magic compounds.
I've never done that before.
Yeah. Well, yeah. 2 years ago, I had some bad allergies, and I was super tired. So I got that neti pot thing and flushing and it was coming out one nose and out the other. So I gotta get back on it. One way to get it flushed out is go swimming, but I can't do that anymore because of the.
Because you blow it through your nose in the pool.
I swim like I'm drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's somebody else.
All this talk about our face and about like the neti pot in your nose. The whole time Dr. Ed was talking, I felt like I had to keep touching my face. I mean, I can't anyway. So,
well, super good.
So what? Okay, it's Easter Eve, and I'm just curious: what is everybody doing to prepare for Easter? Is anybody hiding their Easter eggs tonight? Or is the Easter Bunny coming to see y'all? Or,
That's right. Look. Rhonda Colvin from New Orleans, right?
She is.
Oh,
yes.
hey.
Yep.
I got this from Rubenstein.
And she's part of the Louisville contingent. She just happens to be in New Orleans right now, so living there. So
Keith Blackston, I think, is in California. Old high school buddy. Cheers.
Oh, there you go.
Barry.
I was looking for his name. So anyway, just curious, everybody. Tomorrow's a big holiday, and
super excited.
It's going to be interesting to see how we do it without congregating as a family. And
tell us how you're going to do it. I can't wait for 12 o'clock because I've got to listen to Andrea Bocelli. He's going to sing in the Milan Cathedral. Super excited about that. I was listening yesterday to the duet between Ed Sheeran and Andrea Bocelli. It's going to be super awesome. Excited.
I'm going to open a bottle of Perrier Jouet.
Perrier Jouet.
So not the flower bottle that Monica was talking about last night, but I suspect that'll be fine though. She's had it in her fridge for 9 years, I think she said.
Yeah, specialty bottle.
I feel like she should clean that fridge. If she's had it long,
for sure.
Whatever. The whole time she kept saying that, I was thinking, ooh. And I'm sure she has a very clean fridge for everybody else. But
we'll have to Google how long champagne lasts unopened.
Well,
the bottle
in the fridge. I mean, I think that's the concern.
Really?
I don't know. That was her concern. I mean, but look, Ed, we still have Ed on.
Yeah, I know he's in the green room. He's just
listening. Right. All right, guys. I don't have anything else. It's time to.
Wait a minute. Tomorrow, teaser. Dana Davis.
Oh my gosh.
Will be reading She is.
So come with your pajamas on.
Yes, it'll be fun.
And a pillow and curl up.
Yeah, and she's gonna read a story
to
to us on Easter Sunday.
She's actually Dr. Ed's cousin.
Yay! We're super excited about her coming on
Right?
and reading a chapter or two from something tacos.
Yeah, tacos and
I can't remember, but she's gonna wear a big Sunday hat.
Tito's tacos.
Cannot wait! Super excited.
Yeah, it's a treat. It is a treat.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes.
It'll be a good time.
All right, guys. Everybody have a good night. Happy Easter Eve. See you later.
Easter Eve.
Thank you, Dr. Ed.
Thank you,
See
Dr.
you later.
Ed. Ciao. Bye.